Hey everybody, welcome back to the program. Now today I will be unboxing and reviewing the new 4 LP and 1 EP box set of the Beatles Let It Be. This is the 2021 release. These are remixes done by Giles Martin and Sam O'Kell. Now this is another in a series of remixes that Giles Martin has spearheaded, starting with Sgt. Pepper's and continuing with the White Album and 2019's Abbey Road. Now this one is a slight departure in the fact that for the first time, us vinyl lovers get pretty much exactly the same extras that those who buy the CD version, digital version get. So basically what that means is we get all the extra tracks and the book, the hardcover book, minus obviously the surround sound mixes. So I love that fact. I love the fact that we're finally getting that because the previous releases didn't do that. And I'll get more into that as we get towards the end of this video. But let's get into what this is. So here's the box. Right off the bat, I love this die cut front cover. You get a hype sticker right here, and it's 2 LPs of outtakes, jams, rehearsals, and studio chat, plus the Get Back album from 1969 mix by Glenn Johns and a Let It Be EP. This is 180 gram, heavyweight, half-speed mastered at Abbey Road, and includes a 100-page hardbound book with in-depth essays, track-by-track recording information, and a foreword by Paul McCartney. Isn't it interesting that like Ringo never does these forewords? I've noticed that. I don't know why. Did they not ask him? Does he not care? I don't know. On the back there, you get the track breakdown, and like I mentioned earlier, this is everything that's included on the digital CD Blu-ray release. On the spine there, you get the title, which I like. One thing that's interesting is that it opens from the left here, and I'm assuming they did it that way because they wanted the front cover of the book to show through the die cut, and if they were to do it on this end, all you would see are the openings of everything. It wouldn't look very clean. So when I first got it, I was a little thrown off by that. I was like, wait a minute, that's kind of confusing for me for a second, but that's just my Western brain thinking. Okay, so let's just go through here real quick. You have a single jacket of Let It Be. There's the back. You have a gatefold of Get Back, Apple Sessions, Rehearsals, and Apple Jams. And this gatefold, I should mention, is basically the same imagery that's on the gatefold of my original US pressing from 1970. There's the back. And we have that really cool Get Back Glenn Johns mix, recreating the concept artwork for this album, which in turn was sort of a throwback to their first album, Please Please Me. And you have the EP in a Apple Records company sleeve, just kind of a generic sleeve. So let's go through and show you the vinyl real quick. There's side 1 and side 2. One thing I found interesting about this is that on my US pressing, the Apple labels are red. So I never really understood why the color change. I know on original UK pressings they use green apples, although some covers have a red apple on the back. But yeah, kind of curious. If you guys know, let me know. So here are the 2 records for the Get Back. This is the Apple Sessions, the Get Back Apple Sessions. This is side 1, and there is side 2. Here's the Get Back Rehearsals and Apple Jams. Here is side 1, and there is side 2. Here is the Glenn Johns record here. Here you have side 1, and there is side 2. One thing I like about the attention to detail is that this one comes in a white polyline paper sleeve, while the other records came in a black polyline sleeve, and this one kind of has these corners cut that I associate with UK releases. So I kind of like that attention to detail. You know, instead of just putting them all in black ones, put this particular one in a a retro style sleeve like that. Here's the Let It Be 45 RPM EP 12-inch. There's side 1. And there's side 2. One thing I like is, even though they had to make these pictures a little smaller so that to create more of a support system for the die cut, this still works even with the original pictures, and you can also switch it out if you wanted something more custom like that. Same thing, you know, the back of the book, you could do the same thing for that if you wanted to display it differently. I always like that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, it did come with this insert. It was just kind of loosely thrown in there. It's basically an advertisement for the CD version of this, and then on this side it's for the book, which I also have here. It was a fascinating read nonetheless, and it also came with it's, you know, the same insert. But this one I got at Costco, comes with some extra pictures, and it was for a good price. But, you know, I do wonder how much the 3-part film series will cover. I feel like they're going to cover the same territory, so I don't know how necessary this book is, because it's literally just transcripts of the audio, the recorded dialogue. All right, so I haven't had a chance to really look through this book beforehand because I was spending all my time reading the other book. I did finish it. So yeah, you're going to be discovering this as I go through it. I'm just going to kind of flip through it and let you guys take a look. The contents here. So yeah, you know, I really recommend this item. I think it's a fantastic release. I love everything that's included. The book looks amazing. I can't wait to dive into those essays. And for me, the crown jewel of this release is definitely the Glenn Johns mix. And I second that with the sessions. I love the inclusion of those as well. The Apple Jam sessions, outtakes, that sort of a thing. I'm looking forward to checking out Giles Martin and Sam Okell's mix, but that'll be another video. I think I'll do a stereo comparison, look for the differences, because I have yet to really, you know, sit down with headphones and really hear what was done to it. I know it's more subtle. It's not going to be as drastic as, say, the Sgt. Pepper's mix. But that being said, you know, the price point is probably the only real sticking point. I paid $190 for it, and that's with a discount on UDiscover Music, but I noticed that you can get it for around $138 on Amazon. That's US dollars right now, and I believe that's, if you're a Prime member, you get Prime shipping with that, so free shipping, which is crazy, and I think that's the better price. I think that's the more appropriate price for this release, considering The previous two 50th anniversary editions for the White Album and Abbey Road were both around $80. And then when you consider the George Harrison 8LP with a 60-page book was around the same price that I paid for this, it doesn't quite make sense. But I think the $140 range makes more sense with this. The other thing I want to touch on is like some people noticed there was some intergroove distortion on particularly the Let It Be new mix and the Glenn Johns mix LPs. I didn't have that on those. The only thing I did hear was a little bit of high-end distortion on my Glenn Johns LP, but that was really on like side 2. And that could be just because I need to clean it. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. Like some people had really bad, like left channel, way distorted kind of issues. So yeah, overall, I am very happy with this release. In fact, this is right up there with the other Giles Martin mixes they've released over the last couple of years. But I think this, because they finally gave us the book, makes me very happy. And yeah, you know, is the price a little high when you compare it to the George Harrison release? Yeah, you could split some hairs there, but like I said, some people have been finding it for less than the list price. So if you're one of those lucky few, yeah, obviously I think it's totally worth it. At the very least, I encourage you guys to check out everything on streaming. Check out the sessions. I think they're pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the 3-part series. And hopefully we get an additional soundtrack release of the rooftop concert. I have no other reason to believe that other than what fans are speculating. So I hope that's the case because they did something similar with 8 Days a Week. But we'll see. We don't really know. And also the fact that, you know, Giles Martin has gone on record saying that he worked with Peter Jackson so that this release wouldn't necessarily overlap with the release of the film. What's included in that. So that's kind of exciting too. So hopefully, and based on this book here, which I believe more or less covers a lot of what's going to be covered in the film, if that's the case, then yeah, hopefully we get to hear a lot more of the rehearsals and that sort of a thing in the film release. So that's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that. That's about it. Let me know if you picked up this release, which version did you get and why? I'm curious to know. Until then, thank you all so very much for watching. I'm your Vinyl Geek and I'll catch you on the flip side.